Dangerous foods for dogs. Who can resist a dog's big, seductive and sweet brown eyes? Will a small bonus from the dining table really hurt your dog? Well, it depends on the reward and what it's all about. If it contains xylitol, it may cause some problems for your dog. In fact, there are many foods in our diet that your dog should never eat, and this is not just because of being overweight. Some foods are quite dangerous for dogs, and some of these commonly dangerous foods may surprise you. Xylitol. Candy, chewing gum, toothpaste, some cooked products and some diet foods are sweetened with xylitol. Giving xylitol-containing substances can lower a dog's blood sugar and can also lead to liver failure. Early symptoms include vomiting, lethargy, and physical coordination problems. Eventually your dog may have seizures and liver failure can occur within a few days. Avocado. Is it okay to give your dog a piece of food from the table? It depends on the food. Avocados, for example, have something called persimmon. Good for people who are not allergic to it. But it may be too toxic for dogs. If you grow avocados at home, keep your dog away from the plant. Persimmon is found in the leaves, seeds, bark and fruit of avocados. Alcohol. Alcohol has a similar effect on the liver and brain of dogs as humans. But very little is needed to harm your dog. Just a small beer, liquor, wine or food with alcohol can be bad. This can cause vomiting, diarrhea, coordination problems, breathing problems, coma and even death, and the smaller your dog is, the more severe the effects of alcohol consumption. Onions and garlic. Keep onions and garlic, powdered, raw, cooked or dried, away from your dog. They can kill red blood cells and cause anemia. This onion powder is found in some baby foods. A very, very small dose may not be bad, but eating only once can cause poisoning. If you eat onions or garlic, pay attention to your dog's symptoms such as weakness, vomiting and breathing problems. Coffee, tea and other caffeinated products. If you want to have a lively dog, give him a toy. Caffeine can be deadly. Watch out for coffee and tea, even beans and leaves. Keep your dog away from cocoa, chocolate, Coca-Cola and energy drinks. Caffeine is also found in some cold and painkillers. Do you think your dog has caffeine? Watch out for restlessness, rapid breathing, and muscle twitching. Grapes and raisins. There are also better incentives for your dog. Grapes and raisins can cause kidney failure in dogs and only a small amount can make the dog sick. Bursting vomiting is the first sign and within a day your dog will become lethargic and depressed. Milk and other dairy products. On a hot day, you may be tempted to give your dog a bite of ice cream. Do not do this, and give him an ice bucket instead. Milk and milk-based products cause diarrhea and other digestive problems for puppies. Dairy products can also cause food allergies that cause severe itching. Macadamia nuts. Keep your dog away from macadamia nuts and foods that contain macadamia nuts. Only 6 of these raw or roasted nuts can make a dog sick. Observe symptoms such as muscle tremors, vomiting, fever, and weakness in your pet's hind legs. Eating chocolate with nuts worsens the symptoms, it may even lead to death. Chocolate. Most people know that chocolate is bad for dogs. The problem with chocolate is theobromine. It is found in a variety of chocolates, even white chocolate. The most dangerous types of chocolate are dark chocolate and dark chocolate. Consumption of chocolate causes vomiting and diarrhea. It can also cause heart problems, tremors, seizures and death. Meat supplements and bones left over from food. Meat fat, cooked or uncooked, can cause pancreatitis in dogs, and although it may seem normal to give a dog bone and meat sabri, it can be suffocated by swallowing it all at once. Cooked bones could also be broken in the dog's digestive tract, causing the intestines to become blocked or perforated. Persimmon, peach and plum. The problem with these fruits is their seeds or kernels. Persimmon seeds can cause problems in the small intestine of dogs. They can also block a dog's gut, and if a dog eats a peach or plum kernel, the same problem can occur. Plum and peach kernels also contain cyanide, which is toxic to humans and dogs. People know they should not eat their kernels, but dogs do not. Raw eggs. Some people give their dogs a raw diet that contains raw eggs, but veterinary associations do not think this is a good idea. There is a possibility of food poisoning with bacteria such as Salmonella or E. coli. Consult your veterinarian if you still have questions about raw dog food. Raw meat and fish. Like raw eggs, raw meat and raw fish can also be sources of bacteria that cause food poisoning. Some fish, such as salmon, and sturgeon, can also cause parasites that cause fish disease or salmon poisoning. These diseases are treatable, but action must be taken in a timely manner. The first symptoms are vomiting, fever and swelling in the lymph nodes. To disinfect the fish, cook them thoroughly. Salt. Giving salty foods like chips or puffs is not a good idea for your dog. Eating too much salt can make your dog seriously thirsty. This means that the dog drinks water many times and can lead to sodium ion poisoning. Symptoms of too much salt include vomiting, diarrhea, depression, tremors, fever and seizures, and may even cause death. Sugary foods and drinks. Too much sugar can cause your dog to have side effects such as the effects of too much sugar in humans. It can also cause your dog to gain weight and damage his teeth and can eventually lead to diabetes. Bread yeast. Before the dough is cooked, its volume increases, and this is exactly what will happen to the dog's stomach. If he eats it, because it swells in the stomach, it completely fills the dog's abdomen and stretches it, causing severe pain. Also, when the yeast ferments, it produces alcohol, which in turn causes alcohol poisoning. Your medicines. Dogs should not take too much of the medication that humans take, as this can cause illness in dogs. Just as you keep your medicines out of the reach of your children, keep them out of the reach of your dog, and never treat your dog with your medicines unless your veterinarian has given you permission to do so. Ingredients of drugs such as acetaminophen or ibuprofen, which are common in painkillers and human cold medicines, can be deadly to your dog. Kitchen cabinets, out of reach of dogs. Many things that are often found on kitchen shelves can harm your dog. Baking powder, soda, as well as many spices are toxic to dogs. Therefore, it is recommended to keep food away from dogs and keep the doors of the kitchen cabinets closed enough. If you like this style of video, then subscribe and support me with your likes and comments.